Well, political parties have the next 2 weeks to finalise coalition agreements in those 66 hung municipalities or face the prospect of by-elections.
So the horse trading between various parties is in full swing, with outcomes expected to be announced by the end of the week. Newzroom Afrika's senior politics reporter Ziyanda Ngcobo has those details.
One of the kingmakers in the sought-after city of Joburg Metro, Action SA, is adamant that it won't work with the ANC, while the EFF could be the governing party's saving grace. In KwaZulu-Natal, where the eThekwini Metro, which is the third richest city in the country, is up for grabs, the IFP says it's also not willing to work with the governing party. However, an apology from the liberation movement could soften the IFP's stance.
The national leadership of the ANC itself is aware that they have kept us, stringing us along for a long time. There are outstanding matters that are being discussed between the national leadership on the issue of reconciliation. We will need to cross that bridge first before anything can be done or can be considered to change our stance.
The stalemate in KwaZulu-Natal between the ANC and IFP has prompted the former to deploy its head of policy, Jeff Radebe, to that troubled province to manage coalition talks. But will this be enough?
Even our former president, Jacob Zuma, was an MEC in an IFP government in KwaZulu-Natal. So it's nothing new. I myself personally, I have been involved in various talks with leaders of the IFP. So it will be our pleasure to sit down with them so that we can iron out whatever differences there might be.
Meanwhile, the official opposition met over the weekend, where its Federal Executive Council decided not to enter into talks with either the ANC nor the EFF.
The commitment to service delivery needs to be forefront. We need to be able to showcase that we will deliver and we will deliver well. We've said to the people of South Africa that we're not asking for 27 years. We're asking for 5 years to turn around some of the towns and cities. And so those are some of the very key things. Obviously, very much adamant around accountability, transparency, in order for us to keep corruption out of local government.
Both the EFF and the DA have pronounced that they will make their coalition agreements public in the interest of transparency and accountability to their constituencies.
The more we get these coalition agreements being brought to the public, that's when the electorate will be able to hold them accountable. For example, we have seen, the erroneous demands that have been made by the EFF in terms of, putting forward, the national policy, demands at a local government level, where we know that local government does not have the constitutional mandate to deliver on those policy demands. Again, that's where the public could actually come in and say, but you know what, these demands are absolutely going to lead us into a further plight of non-performance as local government institutions.
The Freedom Front Plus has already indicated that it won't work with the governing ANC in the Tshwane Metro, and this could sway the capital city in the direction of the Democratic Alliance. But nothing is cast in stone, and as they say, a day is a long time in politics. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziyanda Ngcobo in Johannesburg.